Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at Shiba Inu since this is up about 50% in the last 24 hours. And so I would like to take a deeper look into the question that everyone is wondering is can this really reach 1 cent? And so there is some rumors on Robinhood listing Shiba Inu as well. And so I think that is what is leading to the price currently going up. And so before we get started, I'd like to mention there is a link down below to Linktree where there is some trading platforms that I use where you can buy Shiba Inu if you're interested. And so you can buy it on Voyager Digital here, and you can just deposit $100. You can get a free $25, and you can also get a 2% APY interest rate on your Shiba Inu by staking it on there as well. And then if you're interested, you can also sign up for Webull and you can buy Shiba Inu on there as well if you are looking to buy this before it does go live on Robinhood. And so again, that's just a rumor for right now. However, I think it would be in the best interest of them to list it since they had a lot of revenue created from listing Dogecoin in the past. And so let's take a look at this article here. And so this is stating that Shiba Inu is introducing a new supply burn mechanism for the widely circulated prediction for the coin to hit 1 cent may have some substance after all. And so we'll be going more in depth to this in an Excel spreadsheet as well, just to kind of show my thoughts on it, where I think this may be heading, what a realistic price prediction may look like. And so as we can see in this article here, it does state down here that Shiba Inu's founder has donated 50% of the supply earlier this year to Ethereum's co-founder Vitalik. And so he sent over the 410 trillion Shib coins to a dead blockchain address, essentially taking them out of circulation. And so right now there's about 497 trillion Shib coins that are in active circulation. However, that has changed a little bit since this article was written, and so we'll be taking a deeper look into that as well. And so as this article states, if Shib were to hit a 1 cent price level, it would have to have a market cap well over $4 trillion. And so for reference, Bitcoin currently has a valuation that is just above $1 trillion. And so I do not foresee Shib token overtaking Bitcoin. However, the Shib CEO and team has decided that they are going to start burning tokens as much as they can, therefore reducing the circulating supply and potentially increasing the price. And so we will be taking a deeper look into that and see if it is possible. And so one thing they are starting to do here is they have announced a series of supply burn triggers via the upcoming NFT drops. And so specifically 10,000 NFTs in the form of Shiba Shis are set to drop soon. And so initially these Shiba Shis will only have generic names, and so for instance they may be called 0001. However, the holders of these NFTs will be able to change their names for a $100 fee paid in Shiba coins. And so the caveat here is that Shib coins would then be burnt into a dedicated wallet, and so they would definitely be taken out of circulating supply and therefore could increase the price. And so this is something that we're looking into. And so as I mentioned as well, this may be in the best interest of Robinhood to add Shiba coin to be traded on their platform, just because when they added Dogecoin, that was about 62% of their crypto revenue in Q2. And so they may see those same type of numbers if they were to add Shiba Inu. And so this may be added to Robinhood in the future. There's been a lot of rumors around that lately. And then Shiba is also going to be implementing many other burn techniques as well. And so they have some burn techniques they're going to be using on Shiba Swap. And then they also have burn techniques through Now Payments that will soon allow you to use Shib in many e-commerce sites all over the world. And so these transactions will generate burns. And so they did not state how much of a percentage that is going to be. I do not foresee this being a great amount. However, this will help reduce that circulating supply. And so I would like to take a look at this Excel spreadsheet here I have created, just showing how realistic the 1 cent price target is, and if it is not realistic, what is a realistic price. And so right now, the current Shiba Inu market cap at the time of me creating the spreadsheet was 15.5 billion, and the circulating supply is 390 trillion. And so this started out at 1 quadrillion, and then they ended up giving the co-founder of Ethereum half the tokens, and he ended up sending those to a dead address. And so that is where the majority of the tokens have already went out of supply. And so based on the 15.5 billion market cap and the 390 trillion circulating supply, that puts the price at 0.0000397. And so one of the burn techniques that they're going to be implementing is a NFT name change burn. And so they have 10,000 NFTs that they have recently minted a couple of weeks ago, and then they are charging $100 to change the name. And so that's about 2.4 million Shiba Inu tokens. And so say we were to change all 10,000 NFT names, that'd be about 24 billion Shiba Inus. And so yes, that could increase if these NFTs were to change hands, or if the person wants to change the name again. We could definitely have more than 10,000 name change over time. However, I'm just looking out maybe a couple of months here, and so I'm expecting maybe that to be about 10,000. And so there is some assumptions being made in this prediction here as well, just because I don't know exactly what they're planning on doing. We may see a very large burn, or maybe there's not as many burns happening. We do not know the percentage of the sales with the e-commerce business as well, and so I am making some assumptions here going forward. And so I also took a look at Shib burn here as well, and so this just shows how much Shiba Inu is being currently burned and what the supply currently is. And so we can see here how much of that Shiba Inu is being sent to den wallets and when it is happening. And so when I took a look at that, on average it was about 75 million Shiba Inu is being burnt per day. And so we can see over here on the right, that is some of the information of the transactions that are taking place. And so I took a look at about 4 days, and on average it was about 75 million Shiba Inu tokens. And so let's take a look here and see if it's possible for Shiba Inu to reach 1 cent. And so even with those burn techniques they're implementing, trying to reduce the circulating supply, is this something that is even possible? And so the current market cap of Shiba Inu is 15.5 billion. And so let's say that the market cap could reach the Dogecoin all-time high of 88.6 billion. And so that is definitely possible, I believe, just because Dogecoin reached that. I think that Shiba Inu could reach this market cap as well. And so the target price that we're going to be looking at here is 1 cent. And so right now the circulating supply would have to be about 8.86 trillion or less for it to reach 1 cent. And so that is a lot of tokens that need to be burned. That is 381 trillion tokens that have to be burned just to reach 1 cent, even with the market cap of 88 billion, which was the Dogecoin all-time high market cap. And so we can take a look back here on CoinMarketCap. We can see the top 10 addresses that are holding Shiba Inu. And so we can see here that the top address is dead address, and so this is where all those tokens are being sent that are being taken out of circulating supply. These are the tokens that are being burnt, and so that is about 41%. This is the address that it looks like Ethereum CEO sent that to. And so we can see here the other top 10 addresses account for about 7%, 5%, 4, 3, and so they have some pretty substantial holdings here. And so I took the top 10. And so these top 10 addresses account for about 322 trillion of the circulating supply currently out there. And so this is about 82% of all Shiba Inu being held in the top 10 addresses. And so this is definitely something very important to look at in cryptocurrencies, just because that means that one of these top 10 holder addresses could go ahead and dump their coins, and they would have a substantial impact on the price of Shiba Inu. And so this is also something interesting to look at as well. And so as I stated before, there would have to be 381 trillion tokens burnt total just to potentially get down to the circulating supply to get Shiba Inu to 1 cent. And so that would mean that if all the top 10 holder addresses totaling 322 trillion were to burn all of their tokens, that would get us close to 1 cent. And so I do not think that 1 cent is a realistic price prediction for Shiba Inu. And so let's take a look at a more realistic price prediction. And so let's start out with the market cap. And so right now the market cap is 15.5 billion for Shiba Inu, and the Dogecoin market cap was 88.68 billion at all-time highs back in May for Dogecoin. And so I think this is a realistic market cap that could be reached for Shiba Inu. And so that is what this is here. And so if we were to reach that market cap in conjunction with the tokens being burnt of about 90 trillion, and so that would be about 25% of all the tokens. However, with the burn techniques they are looking at implementing to reduce the circulating supply, there could be more tokens burned in the future. And so I am starting here with 90 trillion, which is about 25% of the circulating supply. And so I definitely think this is possible. Let's say maybe one of the top 10 holder addresses decides they want to burn all of their tokens, and then with these other techniques that they are implementing, there is potential that there may be 90 trillion tokens burned, which would leave the circulating supply of tokens at about 300 trillion. And so with the current market cap of 88 billion, this may include Robinhood listing it just to get there, and then the circulating supply at 300 trillion after they burn 90 trillion tokens. That would put the price at about 0.000294, and so that is about a 740% increase from where we currently are. And so I think this is a much more realistic price prediction going forward. And so If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And as always, this is not financial advice. I would just like to show how a lot of people are talking about this reaching 1 cent, that it may not be possible here, especially in the near term. Now, 10 years down the road, it could definitely be possible, just because there may be a lot of people burning their tokens, or over time there's a lot more tokens being burnt. But however, in the near future, I do not think this is attainable. And so thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.